Hey there, friends. Mike Malcolm here. This is Tri-Spired Tuesday, the video series that helps us evangelize Tulsa and the whole world using the beautiful art and architecture of Holy Family Cathedral. One of the questions that I get often is from people who come into the church. They love to pray here because everything is so beautiful. And they ask, has the church always looked this way? And the answer is no. Let's take a look. The church is full of clues about the way it used to look. Previous iterations of the church right in front of our eyes. This Holy Family Shrine denotes the names of some people who were just fantastically generous to a 2007 to 2014 renovation of the church. And part of their generosity went to refinishing this statue in original 1914 colors for the church. That's right, when the church opened in 1914, the interior was full of pastel yellows and blues and greens, much like this statue. This reminds us of the very first iteration of the church from about 1914 to 1948. In 1948, the color scheme of the church changed dramatically. This vine pattern was painted in the apse of the church over the high altar, and the whole ceiling had a very ornate, almost Rococo design to it. We definitely had gone from a very peaceful style in the 1914 iteration of the church to a very ornate style in 1948. By 1973 or 1974, the church changed a lot following the Second Vatican Council, and the ornate finishings that peppered the church in 1948 had fallen out of fashion and had been replaced with an almost austere monastic taste. And nowhere is that visible in the church today except for the organ case. That is the elements that trace around and hold the pipes of the organ in place. The entire interior of the church was painted that kind of very soft gray or ecru color throughout. And by 2010, the fashion had changed again, this time a reversion back to the more ornate style that we saw in the second iteration of the church. We now have beautiful gold paint stencils on very rich colored backgrounds, whether they are magenta or blue or purple. But throughout the church, the colors chosen were always borrowed from the stained glass windows. The bold purples from St. Charles Borromeo's cassock echoed on the wall. Or in 1973 or 74, when that renovation took place, they took some of the quietest colors from the windows, some of the gentlest pastels that we can see above and below those stained glass windows. So let's wrap it up. In summary, there are 4 different iterations of the church. The original 1914 church was very pastel-like. The 1948 church was very deeply colored, full of stencils. The 1970s church went back to a monastic simplicity. And then the renovation of about 2010 saw a new explosion of color, pulling the boldest colors from the stained glass windows and putting them on the walls. Thanks for watching Tri-Spired Tuesday. I'll see you next time.